so this is your lower body day, which is day 2. So probably do the upper body on Monday, do lower body on Tuesday, so you give your upper body a rest. What you're starting off with is squats, which is the biggest lift we can do. You're going to do 6 sets of this, and you have to be strict with your breather in between. You do 15 reps as quick as you can in the squat, take a 30-second breather, and then you go again for another 15 reps, okay? So just to show you a squat, I'm just going to show you right here. So for the squat, you want to get the bar just to sit roughly about here at your neck. So if you put your hand on your back, you've got like 2 big bones sticking out your spine. Get to sit below them where you've got a bit of muscle. So pop into the bar, stepping underneath it. Take 1 step back so you're safe. Have your feet shoulder width apart, and from here, push your hips back as if there's a chair behind you. So the first thing to move is hips move slightly backwards. So hips move back, sit down into it, back up, hips back, and up. So the things to think about in a squat, where your feet are, don't have them too close together. Have them about shoulder width apart. As you drop down, keep your knees out. So if you're watching yourself in the mirror and your knees start coming in, concentrate on keeping them out, all the way down and up. And keep on picturing there's a chair behind you, so when you go to sit, hips go back onto that chair, straight back up. So for that set, you do 15 reps, 30-second breather, 15 reps, 30-second breather, and repeat that 6 times. After you've done the squats, we go to a goblet squat. So it's very similar, but it's just to put a bit more pressure into the quads, the front of the legs. So for that, grab a dumbbell you're able to use, tuck it up underneath your chin. So cup the weight underneath the chin. Again, point your toes slightly out if you need to. And same as before, push the hips back, sit down into your squat, back up, sit down into it, back up. Perfect. So what you need to remember when you're doing these is breathe in when you're on the way down, breathe out when you're on the way back up. That makes sure you keep your breathing under control and you don't blow up with that. After our goblet squats, just want to check what we got in the program. We've got RDLs. So RDL, you can do this with a bar or you can do it with dumbbells, whatever's free in the gym. The main thing with this is to think about pushing your hips back behind you every time. So picture there's a wall here and you're trying to push your hips back to that wall. You can have a slight bend in your knee, hold the weight in front of your legs, push the hips back, keep your back good and straight. So if I round up like that, I can get right down to my toes, whereas if I keep it straight, I can just go to below my knees. Main part of this is when you get to the top of the lift, so I drop down, come back up, squeeze your hips forward. Back down, squeeze the hips forward. So if you do this with dumbbells, this is what it'll look like. 1 dumbbell each hand, push the hips back, pull forward and squeeze. Hips go back, pull forward and squeeze. Okay, so we've got our reps at end to do. Straight after that, we're going to our kettlebell swings. So you do your 3 sets of RDLs. Swings, hold a dumbbell or a kettlebell, whatever your gym has, in between the legs. So in this position again, the back's good and straight. Hands aren't down low, they're up high in between my legs, and I swing my hips forward. Best way to think about this is think about you're actually trying to jump. So you're almost jumping up into the air every time. So your arms aren't lifting the weight, it's all coming from the power in your legs. So I just swing the hips back, pop forward, pop forward, pop forward. And again, the important thing there is when you get to the top of it, really push the hips forward into it. Try not to think about using your arms, use all the momentum from your legs to get that weight up in the air. Final exercise in the legs in this day, just double checking again, is lunges, okay? So you got 3 sets of 20 reps on lunges. So So again, if you're able to do this with weights, do it with maybe dumbbells at first till you get used to it. I'm just going to show you side on first. Hold weights by your side, take a step, and back up. So the things to notice is this back knee's got to drop right down to the ground, and you're up. So I want you to do this kind of as walking lunges. So I'm going to come towards you. So you used to do 20. So we're going to step, step. So you're going to do 20 lunges. So by that I mean take 10 steps forward, turn around, and then do 10 steps back. And that adds up to your 20 lunges, okay? That's the whole leg day done. After it, we leave stomach out for today and just concentrate on the legs, okay? Perfect.